Hey, what's up, Roxstars? It's Rox, and I am coming to you today with the review for Real Housewives of Atlanta, Season 9, Episode 19. So before we get started, yes, I know I did not do Black Girls on Television. I was having a very bad Friday. It was bad, and I started doing the video, and then I just kept getting interrupted. I had drama at the house, and so I just was like, forget it. And then I was going to post what I had recorded, and then part of it, the audio was kind of like fuzzy sounding. So I was like, if I post this, people are going to be complaining that they can't hear and I shouldn't have posted it. So I was just like, fuck it. Okay. If you guys want me to post it, let me know. But like half of it is clear and then the other half has some parts that's blurry. So I don't know. I just wasn't in the right headspace, and I was just like, I am not doing this video. So we had to take Friday, Saturday, and Sunday off. I'm in a much better mood today because, boy, I tell you, nigga was not right on Friday. Anyway, you guys, as far as Real Housewives of Atlanta, let's get to it, shall we? All right, you guys, so Kandi says she's not sure when the restaurant is going to open, you know, old lady gang. However, because they have it and it is occupiable, I am going to have a preview for my friends and family. So the place has pics of Aunt Nora and Aunt Bertha and Mama Joyce all over the place. You know, she really wants to make sure that it represents her aunts and mother because that's what the inspiration came from, okay? She's there talking to Todd. They're looking over everything. The place is not really put together just yet, and the event is in a couple of days, so she ain't really feeling positive or confident that Todd is going to pull it off. They go outside. I guess they had agreed on accent colors being yellow. But when she goes outside, she sees these orange chairs out there. She was just like, what are these orange chairs doing out here? You know, Todd is just like, look, I got it. We got orange chairs. Don't worry about it. You know, just chill. I got this. Even Don Juan tries to streamline. You know, do you need help with the uniforms? You know, and Todd was like, I got everything. Don't you worry about it. Now we see a scene with Cynthia. She's talking to Noelle. Guess what, you guys? The divorce is final. As of that day, the divorce is finalized. She and Peter are no longer together. It's interesting that they go through this whole motions on the show. And she just filed for divorce a couple of weeks ago. Just like, how do you do a whole full act of being divorced on the show and you hadn't even filed yet? I don't understand. I mean, I guess because she wanted to use it as her storyline this season, but it was just like, for you to be so convincingly, you know, you going through it, this is the hardest thing that you ever been through in your life, and you wasn't even filed divorce yet. Like, this is the craziest thing. Like, she couldn't save it for season 10. I guess maybe because they say that she might not be on the show. Okay, but I'm just like, I just don't get it. But whatever, okay. For the show's sake, she's divorced, and she knows that this was the best thing that she's ever done. I said, okay, if you like it, we love it. At the same time, Peter is also coming into town for this family and friends event that Todd and Kandi are having at OLG. So Todd picks him up from the airport. And while they're in the car, they get a call from who but Apollo. Okay. Hey, what's up, young bloods? He asks Todd how everything is going. And Todd tells him, you know, he's having this event at Old Lady Gang. And Apollo says that his girl is going to come out and support. What about when Todd asked Apollo, what does she look like? And he said she's cute. He had to upgrade. I was like, ain't this about a bitch? This nigga is talking about his baby mama? Like, really? Oh. How soon they forget, right? But anyway, they're going through this divorce still, he says, you know, and he's just got to fight what's rightfully his because, you know, Phaedra has been making it really difficult and, you know, not trying to give him what he truly feels that he deserves. Again, another discrepancy in whether or not these folks is divorced or not. Phaedra been telling everybody she's divorced, right? As a matter of fact, we see Phaedra out with her mother and father. You know, they're both pastors. And it's her birthday. She's out with the babies, Mr. President, Mr. New Year's Eve. What are their names? Aiden and Dylan. Yeah, you know, she says that the divorce has given her a new lease on life. And even though her parents are pastors, they believe in divorce in certain situations. You know, when your man go to jail for stealing a whole bunch of money from a whole bunch of people and, you know, all this fraudulent shit. So they was like, baby, you go on and get your divorce. And she says she feels good about it. Now we get the required scene of Sheree out there still trying to work on her house, child. Okay, outside as usual. Okay, all these people there. She's supposed to be having this housewarming in a couple of, well, it's gonna be on next episode. I assume that would be a couple of weeks maybe on the show. Kenya comes by the house and she says that she and Kenya are in a good place now because of, they was able to air out all their shit in Hawaii. So now that they back, they good and they neighbors, they ace boon coons, Kenya can stop on by, and they can talk out in the driveway. Anyway, these two commiserate on their men problems or their ex-men problems because Sheree says that she and Bob are not even going to try any longer. Okay, it's a wrap on that one. And Kenya tells us that even though she loves Matt to death, okay, she has decided that she can't be with him because, 1 minute he's one way and then the next minute he blows up and, she just can't. I said, okay, Kenya, well, I'm glad you came to that conclusion, whatever bullshit ass way you got to it, that you don't need to be with that fool. But, yeah, so these two, they have a pretty good conversation. She tells her about this housewarming, that shit was funny when Kenya was just like, open the gate. Oh, wait a minute, it don't work. Oh my gosh, she always throwing some shit. She was like, Sheree, how you gonna be ready for a fucking housewarming and you still got they ain't even got the shit that they still got the drivers out there in the damn trucks. What is it? They trying to do the soil and I was just like, this is a whole lot of work, but she swear that it's gonna be done. We even see a scene when she's at the condo. She says she's been in the condo for 4 years, ever since she left the big house that she had with Bob. They've been in that house and it's just been a struggle and she's so ready to get out of there, She's so proud of herself. She ain't gonna never have no man take care of her, and tell her where she can live. I said, no, it's just gonna be your mama this time. I guess you keep it in the family, okay? Mama's house. Smart ass move, actually. Smart ass move. They haven't been able to come after Sheree like they really want to so far. Yeah, you guys. I just was like, Sheree. She is gonna fake the funk everywhere it goes. It's so funny because I thought she was in the house. I even told a few people on the channel, like, no, she is in the house. I had a friend that actually said that she had been there. So, but maybe she wasn't still occupying the place and, maybe she was just showing the place. I don't know. I don't even want to get into all of that because maybe I ain't even supposed to be saying it. But yeah, so I was just like, what is going on there? Like, girl, you still ain't in this fucking house. Give it up. Anyway, since Peter is in town, he has to do a little drive-by on his own living digs. He and Cynthia's house that they shared together. He has the driver take him by there and he's just like, wow. Cannot believe that this shit is over. I still feel real bad for Peter. It's like Cynthia was just like, okay, I'm done. Like he said, he was still on the train and she had done got off a long fucking time ago. So I don't think Cynthia should have ever got married, I guess. Now that the divorce really is in motion, is the best thing for the both of them. Now, the day before the OLG event, Candy is still stressing because the shit don't look like it's done. Okay, it needs to be cleaned up. Carmen tells her that the cleaners are coming that night. Now, the event is the next day. She was just like, they coming at night? Like, this is a big ass place to be cleaning up. Todd, baby, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Candy was just like, shit, are you gonna be able to cook? And he was just like, don't worry about the food. I got the food. Okay, that's the least of your worries. You worry about all this other shit that your man said that he got under control. But Candy still can't let it go. She is a bit of a control freak. So she tells everybody, let me talk to Todd for a second. I've seen the way the girls do each other. If we are putting it out there, we don't need anything negative for them to put out there. He tells her, baby, I promise it's going to be a smooth opening. Don't you worry, even if I have to stay here 24 hours to make sure that it's all done. So she says, okay. So the day of the event, okay, Todd is able to pull it off. That night, everything looks very, very nice. Everybody is happy with the turnout. The old lady gang minus Mama Joyce, okay, they show up, Aunt Bertha, Aunt Nora. Aunt Nora is so sweet. She's just like, it's so beautiful. They're looking around. They're looking at and enjoying their pictures that they have of them all over the place. They're happy. The housewives start getting there. Cynthia, Sheree, Kenya. We even get Shamia there, so her friendship with Candy has not suffered, throughout all of this lesbian and sex talk. And then we get Mama Joyce bringing up the rear. She walk in the door after everybody's like, bitch, you was late, okay? She was just like, well, I didn't know we had... She didn't know they had to be there at a certain time, but Mama Joyce looked cute too, didn't she? I said, look at her shoes, trying to be fashionable. So the gang's all there. They go downstairs to the event space, and Candy is on the microphone, and she says, it was hard for me to give up control to Todd, but he is truly my partner in life, and he did a good job. She's proud of her man. He tells her, you know what, baby, why you up here on this stage? Why don't you bless us with a selection? At first she doesn't want to, but then she was just like, well, cause the sign up there says I fly above. I said, girl, you ain't gonna sing it, are you? I'm so comfortable in the skin I'm in. I don't care about who I am, so you can go ahead and talk all you wanna. I'm built up a shell, and it seems with every step I take, some drama comes along every breath I take. But you ain't doing nothing if you don't have haters. Y'all don't know how many times I done did this fucking song. Oh my God, I said, girl, you better fly above, bitch, you better do it. Candy says she don't give a fuck. Even today, 7 years later, after her hit song I Fly Above came out, it still pertains to this day. Okay, as a matter of fact, she can't even worry about Porsha. That bitch ain't nothing but a hater. Speaking of Porsha, she decides that she is going to have a birthday type celebration for Phaedra. Just her and Phaedra, the girls' night. Her sister has got her a Frick onesie. Okay, it says Frick on the booty. And she's got a gray one made that says Frack on the booty for Phaedra. So yeah, she says she's gonna sit around and they're gonna try on wigs and see about her ushering in her new singledom. It's not singledom, singlehood. Whatever it is. So Phaedra comes over, and it's just one of those kind of nights, just like she said, neither one of them go to Candy's event, even though Candy had invited Phaedra. Phaedra was just like, we're not really friends, so it wouldn't even make no sense for me to spend my birthday with some bitches that don't really even like me. So when she gets there, she sees that, Porsha has made up a really nice spread of food for her, and they make their plates, and they pour their drinks, and they go upstairs, and they play in the bathroom, and play in the wigs, and try on the outfits, and, just trying to give her, like I said, a new mojo. Remember, she said she ready to date. I said, girl, you might as well, considering Apollo got this whole girlfriend that he told Todd might show up at his event. Back at the event, Todd and Peter are sitting around talking, and in walks a girl who looks like Tamia a little bit, doesn't she? She's cute, light skin, blonde hair. Okay, fashionable. They say that the producers is actually the ones that supplied her with the clothes that she had on that she couldn't quite afford, the Chanel and the lubes and all of that she had on. Okay, but hey, that's neither here nor there. She comes in, she's just like, hey, y'all. Todd is looking at her like, who are you? And she was just like, I am Shireen. I'm Apollo's girlfriend. They all just like, oh shit. Like, really? Todd, he don't want no problems. If you didn't want no problems, Todd, you should have told Apollo, don't have the bitch come down there, okay? But she there now. So, he has to show her around. The first stop is the room where all of the housewives are, they sitting around talking. Todd brings her in the room. You look at Candy's face, you could tell absolutely Candy had no idea who the fuck she was. Candy was looking at her like, yeah. And Todd was just like, this is Shireen. This is Apollo's girlfriend. And Candy was just like, really? You really are going to bring this girl up in here? Okay, with all the drama that's going on with Phaedra, you could tell on her face she was not feeling it at all. Phaedra is going to swear that I was in cahoots with this girl, but I swear I did not know. I didn't know. Girl, we believe you. That's some old messy ass producer. What the fuck is his name? The black one that Todd is in a fight with, who had been his partner for a minute. Why I can't think of his name right now? Put it on the screen. Y'all know who I'm talking about. That's his messy ass. So while they're there trying to figure out, the tea on this girl, okay, Kenya was just so pleased with it. She was just like, let me sit next to this child so I can get all the tea. But yeah, the girl was just like, so they were like, well, when did you get with Apollo? And she was just like, it's the same thing. They found love. Wouldn't necessarily put it to a date or a time while she's sitting there talking to him. Okay, surprise, surprise, Apollo calls. Candy was just like, I'm gonna keep it real with you, Apollo. Okay, nigga don't need this kind of drama in her life. You know, I'm sure your girlfriend is nice and whatnots, but the fact that she's here with the drama that's going on with me and Phaedra, you know, Apollo was like, I don't give a fuck about your friendship with Phaedra. I was just like, first of all, why this nigga so mad at Candy? It was just like, just out of respect for Todd and Candy, not necessarily for Phaedra. Why put them in the middle of it? But like I said, he don't give a fuck. He say he don't give a fuck. There's already so much mess now. Like I said, that messy ass producer who I'm sure who put, you know, this whole thing in motion. Why can't I remember his name? I hate when I can't remember somebody's name, and I don't have time to look it up while I'm doing this video because I still got to do Real Housewives of Potomac. Anyway, Candy says, are you guys divorced? And he says, nope, we're not divorced. You know, it's going through as we speak, but it's not finalized. And Candy's like, well, you know, Phaedra been telling everybody that it's finalized. He was like, no, it's not. Okay. She been doing all kind of shit. Y'all know they're saying that she purposely messed up his name on the divorce paperwork so that it wouldn't go through. And I was just like, but why would she do that when she seems to be the one that really wants the divorce? I'm confused why people think that she purposely misspelled his name, but then you have to think about it. Well, how could you misspell your own husband's name? You know, so, I mean, I don't understand the whole thing. Does she want the divorce or doesn't she? So the question still is, why lie about the divorce? What does that do for Phaedra as far as any of these women are concerned? I don't understand. But that's it on Real Housewives of Atlanta. Thank God the finale is next week. All right, you guys, let me get off of here. I actually have a dentist appointment. I'm trying to decide if I have enough time to do Potomac. Either before I do this, I have about 15 minutes. Yeah, I'm going to try to do Potomac because it wasn't that much. I have an orthodontist appointment and I'm here. That's why the video started out so dark, because it was, you know, it's early in the morning and the sun is trying to come out even though it's about to start raining. So anyway, that is that, you guys. Let me get off of here. Get to my next video. Make sure that you rate, comment, and subscribe to the channel. I'm itsrox. The channel is for itsrox. I don't know why. I'm so comfortable in the skin I'm in. I'm secure about who I am, so you can. I love singing that song. Oh, Candy. Oh my God. I never do the words. Nigga just learned it for this video. Anyway, y'all, make sure that you already said all of that, huh? I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful rest of your day, and I plan on doing the same. Till next time, Roxstars. Bye.